Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, we get started on 24-hour temperature cast. Definitely a little different look and feel out there for us this morning. I see those numbers for a lot in the lower and mid 70s. Now this afternoon, more clouds, even the threat for a few showers. That'll keep those top temperatures from getting as high as the past couple of days when a lot of us were flirting with 90. And I think overnight tonight into tomorrow it's going to be a lot like it is this morning. Plenty of moisture and those temperatures staying a bit up in the 70s. Out to our west, I see a couple of showers. It's not big rain, but it's there from, say, near Mariana and Chipley and more west on I-10. There's a couple of sprinkles around Dothan, Alabama also. And I think as we go through the day today and tonight, that's where the best opportunities for the most showers will be. And even there, we're talking scattered. But we can also see a few spill into a little bit more of our area. We're going to notice more clouds at more times throughout the day today, too, as we not only increase the moisture around the area, but then we also start to look in the upper part of the atmosphere for maybe a little energy to help shake some of those showers out of the clouds. We're at 72 in Thomasville this morning. We're at 75 in Tallahassee. There is a little breeze out of the east. Hopefully that'll limit any of that fog that's trying to form out there for us. And we'll notice almost all of our locations between like 70 and 75 until you head down Apalachicola where it's 80 this morning. That breeze will be something that I think we notice at times today, mostly from the east and northeast, and I don't expect that direction to change. Not today, not tomorrow. Visibility numbers are all doing pretty okay, better than 7 miles, so no fog out there, at least not yet. That setup with that tropical moisture lingering along the Gulf Coast and extending farther south into the Gulf of Mexico is likely going to be what our big weather player is for this weekend. Any of that drier air that was to our north and west is still there, but it's being displaced back off to the north and to the west. So we end up with more of this soupy look and feel. That unsettled look and feel is there. Unsettled like it's going to rain more than it actually does. And I think that's going to be the case for us all day today and most of the day tomorrow. We could absolutely find a couple of showers, but I think we're talking a few scattered showers at most. Otherwise, just a whole bunch of clouds and that humidity. That's not going to feel like the middle of summer, but it's certainly not going to feel like what we expect or we're hoping for in early October. Now, the tropics are still active. We still have a couple of named systems out across the Atlantic. Hurricane Kirk, Tropical Storm Leslie, both out there, both impressive in their own. And I even see another piece of energy coming off the coast of Africa. But a lot of our focus all week has been on what's going on over here for the Caribbean, for the Gulf. And the answer is not much. There is moisture. There's some broad and disorganized energy that over the next week still has now about a 40% shot for some development. I think a lot of this is going to stay well to our south. And sometimes we need to remember that it doesn't have to be a classified, organized, named system to be a rain producer. So there's going to be big rain over parts of Mexico and over parts of Cuba and the Yucatan. And I think the Florida Peninsula, especially in central and south Florida, are going to have elevated rain chances with all this tropical moisture. Even if it doesn't develop and it still feels unlikely that anything is going to form, we'll continue watching, we'll continue updating. On the Gulf, close to home today, east and northeast winds 12 to 22, seas 2 to 4 feet, so a little bit breezy out there for the boaters. It's going to be 70s with clouds and muggy. The rain chances up to like 40 or 50% today. Doesn't mean everybody gets wet. Doesn't mean half of us get wet. It just means wherever you're standing, there's a 4 or 5 in 10 chance that you do catch a couple of showers. Any ones that do fall are likely going to be light. We'll watch, we'll see. As we see some more develop, we'll be able to track them and let you know where they are. A lot of us are going to top out in the mid-80s for daytime highs. Tonight it's more muggy, it's more cloudy, it's more staying in the 70s. And here we go with that 7-day forecast. I think we keep things a little bit on the unsettled into the weekend. I think as we get to the early part of next week, we start looking for some change. And maybe by the middle of next week, cooler, drier October weather finally starts to arrive. I got a good feeling about that. But of course, we got some warm and unsettled for the weekend first.